morning, everybody. I'm Stephanie. I'm one of the educators here at the John Becker Sands Wetland Center, and welcome to our very first live event here at the wetland. Now, I know despite the current situation that everyone is facing right now, I'm sure many of you are missing the wetland and missing the natural beauty that we have out here. So my job for today is to actually take you guys out on a virtual boardwalk tour so that you can experience the same beauty of the wetland from the comfort and the safety of your own homes. Now, before I take you out on this boardwalk, for those of you who are tuning in and happen to be new to the wetland, let me give you a little bit of a background history as to how the wetland got created. Now, John Becker Sands, who is our namesake, John Becker Sands was the son of Caroline Rose Hunt and one of the ranch managers here on the property. Now, he actually had a very novel idea to actually recreate and restore a wetland here on this property. One, to actually improve water quality, and two, to actually encourage good habitat for waterfowl and all those other wildlife that's dependent on wetlands. Now, unfortunately, John Becker Sands sadly passed away before he could actually build those plans, but North Texas Municipal Water District, those of you who live in the cities of Garland, Mesquite, Plano, Rockwall, Wiley, any of those cities kind of northeast of the Dallas region, you guys get your drinking water from North Texas Municipal Water District, and they're the guys who actually built the wetland here. Now, this is a 1,800-acre man-made constructed wetland for the purpose of cleaning and filtering out water supply for you guys. All right, so if you're ever interested in where your water is coming from, I can tell you about 25% of that water is coming here straight from the wetland. All right, so now that you guys have a little bit of background information, let's go ahead and take you guys out on this virtual walk, all right? Now, bear with me as I'm doing this single-handedly, so I'm going to flip the camera around so that way everyone can kind of have a bit of a first-person view, all right? All right, let me figure out how to flip my camera. There we go. All right. Okay, so as you can see, when we come out into the wetland, the very first thing you're going to notice here is this tiny sliver of a habitat. This tiny sliver of a habitat right here is called an ecotone. Now, for those of you who don't know what an ecotone is very unique because this is where two different major habitats actually come and merge together. So we have this prairie habitat in this upland area coming down to merge with this wetland habitat in the lowland area. And this is where all of the high density of our wildlife species are going to be. Now, I know we don't see a whole lot of wildlife right now just because it's not the time of day. Most of our wildlife that we see out here are usually dawn animals and dusk animals. So our bobcats, our raccoons, our beavers, our armadillos see at dawn and at dusk. But that's not to say we won't see animals here. I'm sure we'll see a couple of birds and probably a couple of cool insects along the way. All right. So, as we begin to walk down the wetland, here you can see that the habitat is starting to change from those upland grasses, more wetland grasses. You see all those tall weeds. And the very first thing I want to point out are these beautiful, beautiful Delta arrowheads right here. Now, surprisingly, a lot of the plants here are actually hand-planted with the exception of the cattails. The cattails migrated out on their own. But all of these beautiful plants that you see here, like this Delta arrowhead, their main purpose is to actually filter out and clean the water. So all of these beautiful Delta hares, and as well as the cattails, they're removing nitrogen and phosphorus from this water. Now, you're probably wondering, how does nitrogen and phosphorus end up in the water in the first place? Well, one, that's from us. We actually produce a lot of the nitrogen and phosphorus that ends up in our waterways. Nitrogen, if anybody wants to guess, where do you think nitrogen comes from? It's something that we do every single day, especially when we go to the bathroom. Right, that's right. Nitrogen comes from our own human bodily waste. So if we're going number one and not going number two every single day, obviously we're releasing nitrogen, and then we have to wash our hands, and all of that soap that we use is actually producing all the phosphorus that we see. Now, I see something really cool in front of me. Let's see if we can get a closer look on this guy. Fish. Probably something to eat. He looks hungry to me. Is that what you guys think? Do you think he looks hungry? All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Oh. Sorry about the signal. Now, we do have poor signal out here, so our video is going to cut in and out a little bit. So I do apologize for that. Alright, we're going to move on forward. And I want to show you something cool with these cattails here. Alright, just bear with me for a little bit. Okay. So, here's something cool with these cattails. I can get you situated down here for a minute. Alright. Okay, does everyone see me? Alright, so I'm going to show you something really cool with the cattails, so bear with me for just 1 minute. Alright. Let me start, but okay. Yeah, again, we apologize for the connection. We do have poor connection, but bear with us as we continue how to do this live event. Now, outside, alright. So if you can see that, inside these cattails, we have a very unique cellular structure. Parenchyma is what's responsible for actually pulling out all of that nitrogen and all of that phosphorus out of the water. Now, even though nitrogen and phosphorus is what we consider a pollutant, this is actually what's the food source for all of our cattails and all of the other aquatic plants out here for them to actually grow and thrive. So the parenchyma is going to pull the nitrogen and phosphorus out from the water. It's going to utilize that phosphorus, and that nitrogen is going to be released as a gas. And then it's going to take that oxygen and it's going to put it down into the root system. So you better thank these cattails for making sure your water is nice and clean for you guys to use. All right. Let's move on forward. All right. Alright, we'll see if we can find any other cool wetland. Alright. Trees out here. Alright, so the reason why we don't have very many trees out here is that, one, what do you think the trees are taking? Yeah, that's right, they're taking up all the water. So North Texas Municipal Water District, in order to make sure that they have the same amount of water and they have plenty of water to pump out for all of these cities who demand water, they actually try to cut down the trees as much as possible, with the exception of this cell that we're looking at right here. This cell is what we consider our habitat cell, so we do keep some of these trees up, mostly for our nesting birds, such as the red-winged blackbirds. And if you look ahead, you'll also be able to see one of our duck boxes too. So we do have some wood ducks out here, and we want to make sure that we keep good habitat for all of our wildlife out here. Alright? See if I can move on and find any more cool points of interest. Alright. I want to see if I can find some really cool scat for you guys. That is one of the coolest things to see, is to see that. Alright, so as you can see, they're planting in new hydrophytes. I'm not exactly sure which hydrophytes that they're planting in, but if you do see, the cattails are somewhat the dominant species, but we want to make sure we have a good biodiversity of aquatic plants out here, one, to encourage good habitat, and two, to make sure that we're removing as much nitrogen and phosphorus out of this water. Now, if you look ahead, we do see a really cute looking shorebird. Let's see. A really cute looking shorebird straight ahead. He's taking advantage of this low water right now. Does everybody see that? Alright, I'm gonna see if I can find some scat. Scat is cool. Alright, let's move on forward. When grasses die and decay, do they release some of the chemicals? Actually, they do release a little bit. They release phosphorus. Phosphorus is one of the chemicals that they do not volatilize. The nitrogen actually gets released as a gas into nitrogen gas, but phosphorus does not get volatilized. So in order to combat that, North Texas Municipal Water District actually does prescribed burns to kind of help reduce the extra release of phosphorus due to the decay of these water plants. Now, here we go. I know Carol is interested in this. Here we've got our scat. Now, we have quite a bit of scat going on here. I see, let's see if we can take a closer look at this. Alright, so from what I see, right here, that probably looks like a bobcat to me just because of the taper. And if you can also look, it does have a little bit of hair inside. As we notice about bobcats, just like any other cat, they're going to take in a lot of hair with their diet. Here, all of this white stuff, that's probably decayed fish and crustaceans. So that's going to be some sort of animal that's going to eat a lot of fish and crustacean diet. It could be a raccoon, it could be an otter. Again, I'm not the greatest scatologist, but I know some of the basics. So I can definitely see bobcat. I can definitely see some coyote. Does anybody else have any guesses? All right. Again, probably is a little bit maybe bobcat, maybe coyote. Again, hard to tell. All right. Let's move on forward this way. All right. Okay, let's see if we can find anything else that's really cool. I know along here there's a really interesting plant that I want to see if I can find for everybody. Let's see. Right. So we're gonna stop here for a minute. We're gonna talk about these cattails a little bit more. River otter, thank you for confirming that for me. Thank you very much. Alright, now here with the cattails. Now the cattails, obviously some of the cattails are not in their best condition right now, but if you ever have seen a cattail, we also call them the corn dog plant. Anybody have any guesses as to why we call them the corn dog plant sometimes? I know our students love to call them the corn dog plant. Yeah, it's because the cattail itself kind of does look like a corn dog. The flowering and the pollen portion of the plant does look like a corn dog. So what we can see here, this cattail looks like it has already released its seed. All right. Let's see if I can move on a little bit. Alright. Well, I hope everyone is enjoying seeing the wetland from the comfort and the safety of your own homes. I know everybody's telling us that they missed the wetland, but that's what we're here for you guys. We're here to make sure you guys get the same virtual experience of the wetland. That way you guys don't really miss out on the beauty that's happening out here. It looks like the cotton candy stick after I almost finished it. Yes, it does kind of look like that. All right. Now, up here in this little overhang, we have some really interesting birds that would love to build some nests up here. Let's see if I can get There we go. And everybody see that nest up there? So that nest is one of our swallow nests. So the swallow nest, what these swallows love to do to build their nest is that they kind of actually build their nest with mud and straw. It's not like a traditional nest like everyone sees in the tree that's built with sticks. They're a little bit different. So they kind of mud ball their nest together. And this is where they tend to raise their young, right here in the overhangs, right? So sometimes, if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to see some of the swallows out here swooping into the cattails and catching all of the birds. Woo! There we go. Let's see if we can get this one. There we go. Almost, almost. Oh, he's so fast. There we go. Everybody see that? Yeah, barn swallow nests look really great up there. So yes, the barn swallows, interesting fun fact about the barn swallows is that the barn swallows actually spend a majority of their life in flight. The only other time that they're ever post is whenever they're resting. So they'll always eat on the wing and they'll always drink on the wing, right? Yes, swallows can be aggressive sometimes, especially if they're trying to have their babies in this area. So they can be a little aggressive. All right, let's see if we can get that swallow in view. All right, let's move on forward, see what else is happening. Okay. So as you go into this boardwalk tour, you do have the opportunity to kind of walk off on the boardwk, you're going to come up onto these levee roads. Now, when you come out here in the wetland, you're going to notice that these wetlands are divided into cells. Each of these cells, the main purpose is to kind of separate the water, and for any instance that, let's say, we have an invasive species in one wetland cell or something that's not working in one wetland cell, they can easily just turn off all the gates and therefore drain the water in the cell so that they can repair what's going on. Now here, this is one of the great opportunities from having low water. You can see all of the tracks that is happening here. Alright, so if we kind of look close, from my viewpoint, I do see feral hogs. We do see some feral hog tracks. Now feral hogs, we do have hogs on this property. Now one of the problems with the feral hogs that definitely really affect the way the wetland works overall is that, as we all know, hogs love to dig up in the dirt. And as they dig up in the dirt, they uproot all of these cattails, all of these other beautiful aquatic plants. And if those plants are not rooted, therefore they can't actually filter out the nitrogen and phosphorus. And it actually ends up leading to poor quality and just negatively affects the wetland overall. So if you're ever curious about the hogs, we try to make sure that we get rid of the hogs as best as we can. Just look at all those tracks. Alright, here, that's some more scat. This one probably looks like raccoon. Yeah. That's some raccoon scat. Alright, so we're about to come on up onto the levee road. And at this time of year, we do have a lot of wildflowers cropping up. We have some evening primrose cropping up. I believe some of this is vetch as well. Oh boy, tall grass ears. Alright, let's make sure there's no snake in here. Does anybody think there's going to be a snake in there? Alright, let's move on forward. Make sure I don't get bit by a snake. Alright, I'm good. Alright. So here we come up on the levee roads. I'm going to take a look at this cell that's kind of straight in front of me. See what's happening in there. Oh, I'm wearing some tall tennis shoes. But yes, if you do come out here and you happen to go on a pond trail, which is out in the other direction, I do highly recommend wearing boots because that area does tend to have some taller grasses and a higher possibility of snakes as well. So yes, make sure you wear the proper footwear the next time you guys do come out. Ooh, I see some blue-winged teal, I think. Yeah. All right. So here, let's see if I can get that in view. Ah, there we go. So here, that's one of the primroses that we have. Again, these are one of the common wildflowers that we have popping up during our spring to summer season. All right, so here in this cell, some of the plants that you see here that you don't really see in the other cell is that you kind of see all of this American water lotus. Now, if you're ever curious as to how is it that a water lotus or a water lily is able to float on the water, you can actually thank that to the arenchyma that I just talked about. That arenchyma that was in the cellular structure of the cattails, those arenchyma are filled with oxygen, and that oxygen is what allows the plant to be able to float on water. Now, I do see something flopping around in there. So we do have fish in this waters as well. We have catfish, we have carp, we've got alligator gar. Again, next time you come out, just kind of keep your eyes open. You really never know what it is that you're going to see out here. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to move on up a little bit. Get back onto level ground. Right. So I'm going to bring you up to this little cross section that we have up here. We're going to take a closer look at the weirs. Now, what I call a weir, it's basically just an upside down gate. So if everybody is familiar with the gate, like at a castle, a gate's going to raise up from the bottom. A weir is just backwards. It raises down from the top. And those systems is what we use to kind of help control the flow of water from one cell to the other cell. All right. Again, you can see that American water lilies that's floating out in the water out there. And then you can also see our eagle tower. Yes, I'm sorry. Again, I'm doing this single-handedly. All right, so there's our eagle tower. Now, if you guys were at our live event the last Saturday, you probably learned all about the eagle tower. But our eagles were actually relocated. Originally, they were on a live electrical tower, and then we actually kind of all worked together with Encore, Falcon Steel, North Texas, and us at the Wetland Center. We all kind of worked together to relocate the eagles onto a new tower in order to save them and protect them from the danger of electrocution on that live tower. Okay. Let's move on forward. So here we are, we're coming up upon the weir. I'm going to take a closer look and see how it is that this weir operates. Holy snake on a lily pad, Batman. All right. I'm going to take a closer look at this. We're going to make sure we don't step into fire ant mounds again. There's another invasive species that we're facing. It's the fire ant mounds. Alright. So here, this is the weir. Alright. Let's see if we can move down a little bit so you guys can get a closer look. Alright. So as you can see, it really is just an upside down gate. You'll see that this gate will actually start to lower, right? And based on how far down the gates lower, based on that depth, we can actually calculate how much the volume in which the water flows. In order to operate this, fortunately, we don't have a wheel on this weir. So these guys, only North Texas Municipal Water District is able to operate these, right? So that's how weird. This is how we're able to get water from one cell to transport into the next cell. So this weir is going to transport water underneath our levee and up into those weirs over there and distribute it out into the neighboring cells. All right. Okay. All right. Let's just see if we see any more other interesting points of view. Ooh, I see another egret up ahead. I think this was a great egret just based on the size of him. Let's see if we can get closer. There he goes. Yeah, that's definitely a great egret. So here we have multiple different kinds of egrets. We have the great egret, we have cattle egrets, we have snowy egrets. All of these egrets do look slightly different, but they all still have that same white body. A lot of the differences between the egrets are really down to the beaks, the size, and the colors of their legs. So one of my favorites, which happens to be a snowy egret, they're smaller in size, but their legs are so interesting. They have these black legs that look like they got dipped in yellow paint. Looks like their feet got dipped in yellow paint. So those kinds of egrets are beautiful, beautiful egrets. But again, all of the wildlife that we have out here are very, very beautiful wildlife that we have. All right. So again, we have that all those wildflowers that are popping up. We got all that beautiful, beautiful primrose mixed in with, I think, dandelion. All right. Here we got another set of beautiful primrose. All right. So we're gonna start to come back down the boardwalk and kind of finish up our loop here and see if there's anything interesting happening on this end of the boardwalk. However, I do see a red-winged blackbird ahead of me. Let's see if we can get a closer look on this guy before we scare him off. All right. False dandelion. Yep. Thanks for confirming that for me. Alright. Let's see if we can get closer on this red-winged blackbird. Now, again, the red-winged blackbird is one of our most common bird species that we have here. The name red-winged blackbird actually comes from the red patch that they have on their wings. It's the males of the species that actually have the red patch. Let's see if we can hear him tweeting. He's been tweeting. Let's see if I can get him in view. There he goes. That's your red-winged blackbird over there. The females of the red-winged blackbird happen to look a little bit more of a mixed brown color. Now, the females don't really have all those showy colors, and the reason why they don't have those showy colors is that the females need to make sure that they can camouflage, because they're the ones that's raising for the young. And if they happen to have those showy colors, unfortunately, that's a pretty prominent signal for all those predators who love to come over and eat those unfortunate babies. So they make sure that they have those rusty colors to blend in with their environment so that the predators cannot spot them. Alright, again, tall grass. Let's make sure there's no snakes down here. Alright. Oh, here's a fun plant. This happens to be really new. Alright, I'm gonna kind of plop you guys down here. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see what's going on. Alright, let's pop this camera around. Alright. So, this plant right here is really, really fun. This is what's called the Velcro plant, or also called sticky lily, right here. Alright, so this is a new sighting. I haven't really seen this in a while. Alright, so Velcro plant or sticky lily. Now, this right here, if you're familiar with the term biomimicry, a lot of our human inventions we actually got from biological inspiration. So the Velcro that we use almost every day on a daily basis, mostly for those kids' shoes who can't really tie their laces together, they have those Velcro shoes. That inspiration for Velcro came from the sticky lace. So if you look, let's go ahead and tap it onto me. There we go, voila, it's sticking onto me. Yep, so that's the Velcro plant, also known as sticky lily, as I call it. I'm sure there's plenty of other names for this kind of plant right here. What kind of snakes would be in the weeds? One of the most common snakes that we see out here are diamondback water snakes. We also see some ribbon snakes over up where the Delta arrowheads are kind of up in that ecotone area, which is a little bit drier. We do see, on occasion, unfortunately, we do see some cottonmouth as well, but predominantly they happen to be the diamondback water snakes and the ribbon snakes that we see. I'm sure we do have a few other snakes out as well. All right. Also called bedstraw. Thank you very much. I called them sticky lily. That's one of my kids actually taught me the name sticky lily. All right. So we're going to move on forward. I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera around so we can get that first person view again. Alright. Here we got some more scat. Again, this probably looks like bobcat scat. We got that taper right over there. More bobcat. I can't imagine sticky weed making a very comfortable bed. Yeah, I think that'd be a little itchy. Yeah, because they got all of those tiny hooks on the plant itself, and those hooks is actually what's responsible for making sure that the plants can actually stick. Here we go. That looks like some fresh coyote almost. Well, could be bobcat. I need to take a much closer look at this. Anybody have any wild ideas what kind of scat this might be? All right. Yeah, it looks very big. I'm guessing it's coyote. All right. Let's move on forward. Okay, let's see if we see anything else of interest up here ahead. I do happen to see a flock coming through. Let's see if we can get a closer look on this flock. There we go. Does everybody see that? Got a flock of birds coming through. I'm going to highly guess that there's probably red-winged blackbirds. I do not have my binoculars on right now, but the red-winged blackbirds do like to come into these large flocks right now. Scat reaches in the sun, that's why it looks white. Thank you very much, Carol Garrison. Stay tuned for a video about bedstraw. Yes, one of my fellow educators, Edie Hilborn, she's actually going to be doing a video about itchy plants. She's going to be doing stuff about bedstraw, and I believe she's also doing stuff about... Okay, so now that I'm getting a closer look, just based on the size, I don't think they're red-winged blackbirds anymore. Let's see if I can get them back into view again. Okay, where'd they go? There it is. Yeah, so they look to be a little bit bigger than the red-winged blackbird, so it's a different kind of bird. Again, I don't have my binoculars, so I can't tell from this distance. But as they're cutting closer, the shape is starting to look more and more like a cormorant. I'm guessing coyote is good to carry a scat stick with you so you can tear apart. Yeah, so when it comes to scat, there's actually a really interesting profession called scatology or scatologist. Here we go, there's another great white egret flying through. So a scatologist, their main job is to actually look at scat, and they actually will dissect that scat to see what it is that animal is eating. So they're looking to make sure the animal, like for example, the coyote that we're looking, they wanted to make sure that the diet, that the animal is healthy based on its diet, or or they can also look for any kind of early signs of invasive plants coming through as well. Because unfortunately, all of our animals love to eat whatever it is that they can find that's within their diet. And if they happen to eat something that's invasive, they can carry that seed along with them and unfortunately defecate it into another habitat that can cause further spread of the invasion. So here we've got that beautiful great white egret out there. Yeah, so it does look like this great white egret is probably hunting out for some food. Now, the egrets and the herons out here, the way that they actually hunt for their fish, the reason why they have that long beak actually acts as a spear. So if you ever really pay closer attention, you notice that some of these egrets, some of these herons will kind of walk along the sides of where the grasses are. And interesting enough, they'll actually kind of use the shadow of their body to corral the fish in, kind of trap them in, and then they'll start to kind of spear that fish with their beak, catch it, throw it up in the air, and swallow that fish whole. So yeah, and so next time you come out here, you really want to make sure you keep your eyes open. Look for all of those small, intricate details that you see out here. There's a lot of discoveries that you really can make out here. From everything as small as a beetle, to a caterpillar, to everything as big as nutria, bobcat, and even these great egrets that we have here. Alright. Let's move on forward a bit. Alright. So, an interesting thing about all of our hydrophytes that we have out here, our hydrophytes can actually be classified into 3 different categories based on their growing pattern. So, our 3 different hydrophyte classifications that we have is that we have emergent hydrophytes, which are these cattails you see. Emergent hydrophytes, they're the hydrophytes with the aquatic plants that are rooted down at the soil. They'll grow through that column of water and then they'll emerge above the surface. Hence the name emergent hydrophytes. So if we have the emergent that are growing above the water, we do have these submergent plants, such as the coontail, which actually grow below the surface of the water. These guys never really happen to come above the surface. They're always below the surface. And most of our coontail, as well as other submergent plants, are free-floating. And the reason why they're free-floating is that they kind of have to float into that water column to right at the depth in which they can get the most sunlight needed for photosynthesis. And then finally we have these floating hydrophytes. Again, there's your lily pads, there's your lotuses. Those are the ones that float on the surface of the water. So our floating hydrophytes, they can be rooted down at the soil, or they can be free-floating roots. Now, I do see some really interesting aquatic bugs going on here, so let's take a closer look at these guys. Alright, everybody see that going on? So inside our water, we have all of these macroinvertebrates. Now, macroinvertebrates, which are insects that are big enough to see with the naked eye, these are indicator species to make sure that we have a good, healthy wetland. So the higher biodiversity of macroinvertebrates that you see, the healthier that the wetland is going to be. So this macroinvertebrate that we're looking at here, these are the whirligig beetles. Now these whirligig beetles, you're almost always ever going to see them on the surface of the water. And one of the unique adaptations that they have is that they actually have 4 eyes. They have one set of eyes on the top of their body, and they have another set of eyes on the bottom of the body. So this gives them the whole 360 range of view for any kind of predators that will come from above the water and any kind of predators that will come from below the water. Alright? So again, these are our whirligig beetles. Duckweed and pondweed are also great at floating hydrophytes, yes. So duckweed and pondweed, those are some of the smaller floating hydrophytes that we have out here. Let's see if we can find some of that. Whew. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and walk back to the Wetlands Center. We're gonna wrap up this our virtual tour. I've noticed it's already 40 minutes has passed so far. Alright, so I do hope everyone is enjoying this kind of first-hand view of the wetland, despite the current situation that we're all in, stuck in our homes. But regardless, we're going to continue to do these live updates, these live events, that way everyone really can enjoy the wetland from the safety and the comforts of their own homes at this time. Alright. Again, we got some floating ducks out there. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera around to my view. Alright. Alright, so again, I hope everyone really does enjoy this first-hand view. Now, keep an eye out for the next time we have a live event. I believe the next live event should be next Saturday. But yes, again, I hope everyone enjoys this tour. I hope everyone stays safe and healthy out there. And again, look on our Facebook page for more updates. Look on our YouTube page as well for all those cool JBS in the backyard videos that we're doing, as well as many up-and-coming NatureCraft videos as well. So you've got some kids out there that will have some downtime on their hands. Keep an eye out on YouTube for some awesome NatureCraft. So they'll be coming out soon. Again, I hope everyone enjoys the day, enjoys this virtual tour. Bye, everyone.